What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Sister Radio Show. I am your favorite sister, Narkelia. And I must say, guys, I miss y'all. Even though we can't see each other and I talk to y'all, but y'all may or may not be talking back. I do miss you guys doing this new bi-weekly thing. But it also has given me the time I needed to prepare for shows and to make sure that I'm giving you guys the best of myself. And so today I wanted to talk about living your best life. And not the living your best life in like going out with friends, being single, dating people, and all that, which that too can be a part of the living your best life. But living your best life in the form of attaining your goals, living out your dreams and passions, and just doing what you've set your mind out to do. And I wanted to talk about this because I've been talking to quite a few friends about this whole adulting thing. And you guys already know how I feel about adulting. I don't like it necessarily. I do appreciate being independent and taking care of myself and those types of things. But adulting also gets in the way a lot of times of you pursuing and going after your dreams and passions, and not to the effect that, of course, I do believe that you allow and control what you do and don't do. But I also acknowledge the fact that you can get stressed out. You can get burned out. You can feel uninspired. You can feel like you're not good enough. I do acknowledge that those are real feelings that we have as human beings. And when I say adulting can get in the way, it's because you feel obligated to work the 9 to 5. It pays your bills. It pays your rent. It keeps food on your table. It allows you to do the things you want to do, like travel in the midst of working on your passions. It allows you to have that fun and that downtime. But also in talking to friends and talking about this whole living your best life and this adulting, it also is like, in order to maintain and live in this world and not have to wait till you're 60 to enjoy life, it's like you need like 2 jobs out here in these streets. A lot of my friends do work some type of part-time gig in addition to their 9 to 5, and that still doesn't even take into account their businesses that they're trying to run and help flourish and eventually do full time instead of the 9 to 5. It is hard out here, y'all. Like, it's hard because you want to live in the moment. You want to go to that concert. You want to go travel to Greece. You want to go to that trip to Miami. And you should want to. I mean, you do work hard. You want to reward yourself. You want to pamper yourself and go get your nails done. You want to book that massage. You want to do it all. And you don't want to feel like you have to sacrifice your sanity and your self-care for the sake of adulting and for the sake of achieving everything that you've set out to achieve. It's really a rough and tough balance out here. But to get to living your best life, I understand, and I am still in the process of understanding sacrifice. And for me personally, my journey with sacrifice has been one that's been up and down. And I say that because, of course, I talk about it a lot, but I was married, now I'm divorced, whatever. And in my marriage, I sacrificed a lot to help project one business forward, which was not my business. And then I kind of like let mine be in a resting state in the meantime and didn't really focus on it. And then, coming into this time period now, this kind of time period of freedom, wanting to do all these things that I sacrificed to do, like focus on sister, like start a life coaching business, but also travel a lot because I didn't travel, and buy things for myself because I didn't buy like simple things for myself because I was sacrificing. And so at this period in my life, because of the things that I've gone through, I don't feel like sacrificing. I don't, because I feel like I just went through this time of sacrifice that I don't feel like doing right now. And I keep telling myself, well, that's okay to feel that way. And it is. It's okay to feel that way because I am a big proponent of acknowledging feelings, allowing them to process, allowing this time to process where I don't feel like sacrificing, because I have sacrificed a lot of myself in the past. And now that I'm at a point where self-care is at the forefront, I don't want to sacrifice. But in order to live your best life in terms of reaching your entrepreneurial goals and really realizing your potential in the form of manifesting said dreams into actions and plans that, lead to success, sacrifice is a key. Maybe you should sit your ass down and not go travel this month. Maybe you should, say no. You can't go out to brunch today. You can't go to that concert or that festival. I understand that you do deserve to have a good time right now. But if you sacrifice maybe the next 6 to 12 months, that can get you years of doing whatever you want to do when you want to do it. And that's a big thing that I'm keeping in mind for myself right now, is that you don't need to do this right this moment. You can wait. We need to save these finances to buy business cards for Sister, to buy a sponsorship ad for Sister, to update your website, or you need to save these funds to look up resources for your life coaching business, to download and buy X, Y, and Z to propel this business forward. It is a constant reminder. And it's hard because at the same time, I'm one of those people who believes in living each day like it's your last. But at the same time, you can't be broke every day because it might not be your last day. And so this path that we're all on to live our best lives starts to get shaky. Boulders start to roll onto your path. You got to jump over. Hurdles pop up in the way to jump over. Love and life jumps over. And this need, because this is one thing. I don't consider myself a traditional person. Like whole white picket fence, American dream, bullcrap. I don't consider that. However, at the same time, there are certain things that I want. Like I do want a family one day. I do want to build a home with that family in it and have this secure place for them and have children who don't have to worry about things and be able to pour into and feed their passions and their goals. If they say, Mom, I want to be a singer, a dancer, I want to be an artist, a painter, whatever, be able to put forth not only the love and support behind it, but that financial support behind it. And because I have that goal as well, it also like kind of messes with me on the whole 9-to-5 thing, entrepreneurial thing, and also this feeling of rush to do it all, because I also feel like I want children. I don't want them when I'm 45 either. And I do sometimes know that the entrepreneurial route can take years. And I don't want to bring children in this world. I'm still financially insecure, meaning that, they can be up and down, especially being an entrepreneur. You could be doing really well one month and really bad another month. It really takes a lot of budgeting. And once again, the key word on today's show, a lot of sacrifice. So, it plays on my mind a lot. It plays on my mind because it keeps me at a certain comfort level in working a standard 9 to 5, which I just want to say this. I find nothing wrong with a 9 to 5. Some people love what they do on the 9 to 5. Some people don't want the stress of running your own business and being the boss, being the employee, being the HR person, being the marketing, being everything yourself. Some people don't want that stress, and I get it. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. I don't hate my 9 to 5. It's just that my passions and my dreams have a stronger pull on me. But at the same time, because there are certain things that I want to do in the near future, like starting a family and building a home, that also pulls me towards this lifestyle I've created now, where I am doing the 9 to 5 thing, but I'm using that to also fund my entrepreneurial efforts as well. And so I'm making it work for me. I'm making it not put me in this world of complacency. I'm using it to propel me forward. I'm using the energy I feel at work to be like, I gotta go home and work on this because I can't keep doing this. So in a sense, the 9 to 5 is helping push my dreams and passions forward. And I have to also keep that mindset going, as well as the sacrificial type of mindset, as well as also wanting to take care of myself and reward myself, because I do still believe in celebrating the small wins. And you guys, you should celebrate yourself when you are doing well, when you've achieved a goal. And that don't mean you reward yourself with just something big every time, because once again, you still are in the stage of sacrifice. You still gotta watch your budget, make sure that you're still going forward down your path to achieving your goals. But celebrating the small wins are important and keeps you moving forward towards this, whatever you feel like this living your best life means. Because living your best life means something different to everyone. And it should, because we're not all the same. And we don't all need to be after the same goals. And that's what I really love right now. Excuse me, guys, I'm drinking tea. I've really been having a rough time after this weekend. I'm going to tell y'all about that later, maybe. But living your best life means something different to all of us, and it should, because we're all different. And that's what I was going to say. I love the way our generation, and of course I'm an 80s baby, and the generation after me, the 90s baby, and even those coming into the 2000s, because we're rejecting a lot of the ideals that all of us, by the time you're 30, you have to have this house, or you have to have had a baby, or you have to be married, and you have to have this certain job and this certain car. We're rejecting these ideals for really getting to know ourselves and what we want individually, and making sure we align ourselves and our movements with that. We're not, and I can't say all of us aren't, because some people still hold on to these traditional values that were placed upon us when we were growing up. But most of us are starting to reject it, and most of us are starting to forge our own way in this world. And I love the beauty of it, that I can congratulate my homegirl that just bought a house, and also acknowledge that, hey, I ain't ready for that yet. And I'm fine with that. And I'm fine with being 32 and not ready for that. I'm fine with being okay with, like, hey, this y'all apartment. Y'all come fix this refrigerator, and I don't have to be responsible for these big items like refrigerators and things. So I am comfortable with where I am. And I think a lot of people in our generation and the younger generation are becoming more comfortable in being in their own skin and in having their own mind and thoughts to say, okay, well, it's okay that you like that. I don't. And that's okay too. It's okay if we have different sets of ideals. We can still coexist and keep it moving forward. And living and talking to my friends about living your best life, it's so cool how all of us have different views on what we want our best life to look like. And I support it all. I love it all. I think it's really a refreshing thing to sit in a circle or talk with a group of friends about what they want to do, because a lot of time that pushes you forward too. When your friends start to achieve their goals and start to make moves. It makes you want to start getting a little bit more focused, making a little bit more sacrifices to make moves too, and not on some whole keeping up with the Jones type thing, but just motivation, because you know in your mind and your heart you've been wanting to do these things. And you know also that you've been making hella excuses. And sometimes we psych ourselves out. Like, I mean, maybe this just ain't meant for me because this not happening. But we don't realistically ask ourselves, well, am I really putting in the work that I need to be putting in right now? And can I realistically say it's not happening after I have put in my blood, sweat, and tears? You have to ask yourself, have I been slacking? Have I not been researching like I should? Have I not been putting the money to the side that I should? Do I need to sit my ass down and get it together? Like, you have to have these real ass conversations with yourself. And that can be hard, especially when there's too many yes men and women around you. You need a friend, or even if they're not a friend, it can be an associate that's going to check you, or that's going to call in and check on you and say, hey, I remember last week you told me that you were going to set aside $50 to do advertisements on social media. Did you do that? Have you started running the ad? When are you going to run the ad? What time is it going to run? How long is it going to run? Did you set aside or did you choose a target market for it? Like, you need a friend, an accountability partner. That's what you need. And your accountability partner doesn't always have to be a friend necessarily. It just needs to be someone that you can rely on to check you and to hold you to your word and to hold you accountable, obviously. We all can benefit from that. Even outside of reaching your goals as far as business, even if you're going back to school, or even if it's a new healthy lifestyle you're trying out, or you're trying to eat better or exercise more, an accountability partner can help you with that. I have an accountability partner for fitness, my homegirl Alicia. We check on each other. We go to the mountain together. That's my accountability partner for that. I have an accountability partners in business. All of my friends really who are doing their own thing as far as being entrepreneurs, they're all my accountability partners, whether they know it or not. And that's really just by them sharing what it is that they're doing helps me be like, you know what, I was supposed to, post this flyer today, or I was supposed to do this, just in them talking about the tasks that they've completed. I have accountability partners as far as making sure I eat healthy. And a lot of times these accountability partners aren't necessarily calling me and saying, hey, did you eat, your greens today? Did you drink enough water today? It's really more so looking at them, like my line sister Jasmine, who is a personal trainer and a keto coach. When I see her IG story, or when I see her working out in the morning times, I am reminded, you need to go to the gym today, or you need to make sure that you get X amount of greens in, or drink X amount of water today. She doesn't necessarily know it, but she's my accountability partner in that. And you will definitely benefit from having several, because there's several areas in your life where you can steadily improve. None of us are ever going to be perfect. We always will need improvement. I mean, I have personality accountability partners. I love being around certain sweet ass people who are really compassionate, just to make sure, and they don't know it, but they keep me in check as far as making sure, was I empathetic today? Did I tell somebody thank you, or did I make sure I say please? And I'm real big on respecting elders, but I'm also real big on getting respect back. But, when I come across my elders, like, was I sweet to them? Because I'm big on that personally. Just various accountability partners in my life who do know and sometimes don't know that they are my accountability partner. And if you don't have them in your life, get them, because we cannot go through this life and achieve our goals and live our best lives alone. Yes, they are your personal goals. Yes, you may be doing the actual actions, but it takes a village. And the old age saying, it takes a village to raise a child, I still feel like a child on the inside. I'm steadily being raised, whether it's me learning new things about myself, about others, about business. It still takes a village to keep going. And I'd rather collaborate and build these relationships with people, whether it's in the form of business relationship, accountability partners, or helping someone start a podcast or whatever it is. I'd rather do that with people and build with people than to do everything alone and stress myself out for the sake of saying, this is mine. Because that's just not a way to live. And it's honestly not a happy way to live. It's not a peaceful way to live, to always be stressed out, especially when you don't have to be, guys. So start building your village to help you get to that living your best life. I can honestly say right now, that the people I have surrounding me in my life are a bomb ass village. I have my bestie. She's like that, she has the family life going. She has my god baby. Love her. She is the person that literally checks me and calls me out, and vice versa. I got that piece because you need that piece. I have my friends, Kat and Mickey. They are the bubbly, compassionate ones. We have heart-to-heart talks. We do vent sessions. You need that piece, because you need to release certain emotions. You need to let things out. No need to be bottled up about things. I have my line sister, Jasmine, who is hella supportive in everything, and she's always sending affirmations and just positivity my way. And she's the same one that's the keto coach and the personal trainer, and she's my accountability partner in that. And she doesn't know that because I don't necessarily reach out to her for those things, but just like I said earlier, watching her social media page, it's awesome to see that, and it's awesome that she keeps me on track as far as my healthy lifestyle goes, and even in business. And because when I tell her I want to do a certain thing, like the life coaching, like she was on it in her support and in her, making sure I got that started. So I appreciate her for that. And then, I have new friends, like my homie Kix that's been on the show a few times. People like her who are hella intelligent and, stay kind of challenging my thoughts on things, and also hella supportive, and like someone in your corner that you want to have, just a cool ass, genuine ass person. You need that as well. You need someone who's going to be like, well, I didn't think about it that way. Or you know what? You might be right. Or because that's how we continue to grow as people. And then, my parents are accountability partners and just life forces in my life, because I still, in a huge way, want to make them proud. And not necessarily proud in that I do the things that they want me to do necessarily, but just proud in that, I love what you're doing. I'm proud to call you my daughter. I'm proud of the things you're leaving behind in this world. I'm proud of the goals you're achieving, and I'm proud that you're doing what you said you would do. I'm still, like I said, we're still children internally. So, I still cherish them being proud of me. My nieces, I want to make them proud. I want them to see this black woman out here achieving her goals, making the sacrifices necessary to achieve those goals, and doing that shit all while looking hella cute. Because that matters to me, and I'm fine with that. All while being well-rounded, still treating people well, being compassionate to others, still having fun at the same time, and making sure I'm not stressed out, or that they see, and make sure they get the real now, because things can stress you out, but showing them that you also can find balance. Just being that example for them, being that, and I don't necessarily like the terms role model, but kind of being that mentor for them. And also, if you guys have not thought about this before, consider being a mentor to younger people. That is also very rewarding and makes you want to work harder to achieve your goals. I mentor with this wonderful organization, Be Fly Girls, and I actually mentored a group of high school girls today. I do it twice a month on Tuesdays. And it's such a rewarding experience and makes me want to just do better for them so that they can see a positive example out here. Because there's not enough positive reinforcement that is shown in their world and on social media and sometimes even in school. A lot of times the adults that they're surrounded by, a lot of times don't listen to them because when you become like a parent or you're a teacher, sometimes, some teachers, not all, some teachers are really awesome. But you forget that you were a kid once and you kind of shut down kids and don't listen to them for the simple fact that they're kids. But no, they're like smaller human beings. They have feelings. Those feelings are valid. They also deserve to process those feelings and vent about those things and share their goals and their aspirations. And I love being there to listen to them, to help them in providing resources on how to get to where they want to go, or to just talk about the taboo subjects that they're not able to talk about with other people or other adults because they feel embarrassed about it. So if you have not considered being a mentor or thought about it, consider it, guys. That can be a very rewarding experience. And really help to push you forward too in whatever your own personal goals and dreams are. Because it's like you want to leave something behind. Like for me personally, I'm pro-black all day, every day. I mean, I love people, but hey, I love my people first. And so when it comes to inspiring young black girls, I'm like, it's necessary. I feel obligated to do so. And it's not like this negative obligation. I am happily obligated to do so because they're going to be the future. They're up next. And hell, not some of them aren't up next. Some of them are doing it currently. I mean, I see awesome articles all the time about young black girls still in their teens, still in elementary school, writing books and DJing already. I saw this cool ass little girl DJing and things and made this song about, not bullying. So it's those girls who also might be having a rough time at home and no one knows about it. Who, getting abused and no one knows about it. Being that positive force in their lives and being that confidant. It's just a beautiful experience. So if you haven't considered that, guys, consider mentoring. Or even if it's not a formal mentorship, it could be someone in your family, a younger cousin or a niece. Take them under your wing because everyone can benefit from a mentor. Hell, I even have mentors. I have mentors at work. I have mentors that I look to outside of work. And sometimes, when I think about the accountability partners, in a sense, they are a type of mentor in a way. So, we can all benefit and help each other live our best lives. And sometimes you're doing that unbeknown to you. Let's just keep being positive forces to other people because you get that positivity back. I'm a big fan of, and I deeply believe in reciprocity. What you give out into the world and into the atmosphere, into the universe, I do believe you get it back. And if that's always negativity, if that's always excuses, if that's always a woe is me ass attitude that I can't stand, you're going to continuously get negative energy back. You're not going to be achieving your goals. You are making yourself stagnant. You have to put out positivity to get it back. You have to get out of bed and record the podcast. You have to record the motivational video for your life coaching page. I'm talking to myself. You have to not say, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, and do it today. You have to push yourself. You got to call and check on that friend sometime. Like, hey girl, I remember you told me you were going to do X, Y, and Z. Have you done it yet? How's it going? You have to put out positive energy to have positive things happen in your life. You have to. It's not a choice in that. I believe wholeheartedly in that. And it's proven. I mean, you can see people all the time. You see people, especially if you work a 9 to 5, the woe is me. I'm so tired of coming here. My back hurt. My head hurt. I don't like this. I don't like that. And because of that, all day, nothing goes right for them. Nothing goes right. Nothing. I see it every day at my 9 to 5, which is why I refuse to go into that mindset with them. And because of that, I have pretty good days. And like I said, they're not perfect days only because that's not my dream job or dream career or whatever. But I'm not having a bad day at work on any day. I'm not about to allow anything to disrupt my inner peace and my inner happiness. And that's the mindset we have to try to develop. And I know that can be difficult to get to, especially when you're kind of used to negativity. Negativity is easy to dwell in, but positivity can be easy to dwell in too if you start out pushing yourself in a positive direction. Because every morning you wake up, you have a choice. You have a choice whether you're going to be positive or whether you're going to be negative, or whether you're just going to be blah, which blah also sucks too. That's negative to me. But you gotta choose positivity, because you can't have, or you can't live this best life that you want without it. You just can't. I don't care what nobody says. You cannot. But let's keep building villages, and let your friends in on the village you're building too, so that they could be on the same page with you, because you never know, you could help push them forward too. I always say I'm a big something, but I believe in communication, open communication. And I love being on the same page with people who are going to be in my life for a certain period of time. So build these villages. Let's start helping each other live our best lives. I talked about this on a previous show, probably a couple of months ago, but the bartering system. I can do this for your business. In exchange, you can do this for me, or I can provide this service for you, and in exchange, you can do this to help my business. Because, of course, when you're first starting out in whatever goals you're trying to achieve, you are not always going to have those extra finances to put into it the way you want to. So it's also great to build those relationships where you can barter goods and services until you get to a place where you can pay them for their service, or they can pay you for your service. And I'm also a big fan of contractual agreements, to put that on paper. And that does not mean I don't trust you, but it's always good to have a paper trail that says, in return for my life coaching services, let's say, I need you to print my t-shirts for me, or print my business cards, or whatever that is, and put that on paper and have everyone sign it and move forward. Those are some bomb-ass relationships. And sometimes in those relationships, you start to form personal friendships, which can be beautiful as well. But y'all, we have to achieve these goals that we keep talking about. And that's for my friends that are listening. That's for myself. We must do less talking and more actions. And we can do more actions if we help each other to do so. Because Rome wasn't built in a day, and it wasn't built all alone. It took a team, and it takes a village to keep raising us and to keep propelling us forward. And I'm all down for being someone's goddamn neighbor and shit. For being neighborly and helping out my fellow villagers. No, but in all seriousness, let's build these villages. Let's make it work. Teamwork makes the dream work. For real. That's a true ass statement that couldn't have been said better. Teamwork definitely makes everyone's dreams work. So that's going to be the task for this week as I close out the show. Ask for help. Try to develop a bartering system. Start building that village. Start talking to, and not to everybody. You got to use discernment. Some of y'all be allowing these frenemies in your circle. I don't have any frenemies. All my friends are positive forces we pour into each other. But start talking to your friends about some of your goals and some of the things you want to achieve, and see how you all can help each other. For instance, I'm the person that is typically really good at marketing, because I do have a marketing degree and a master's in it as well. I'm all down for helping my friends with that, and doing a bartering system where in exchange you can help me with this. So you never know how the people closest to you can even help you if you do not open your mouth. So this week, let's start building together. Let's start forming our villages this week, guys. I love you guys. I'm forever thankful for your support. I love, love, love you guys. And I'm so for real about that. So I keep saying it. Like, I just want to pour love out there. Just sprinkling love all over. But I thank you for the support. Definitely always follow on Instagram at Sister Sistah. That's SisterSistah.radio. Facebook is Sister Sistah Radio Show. Follow me, your girl, your favorite sister, with an AH at the end on Instagram. And before I leave, y'all, I did have an epic weekend. I did have my freedom party. My quote-unquote divorce party, which was really not even a party. It was an event. It was an extravaganza all day. I did get a little bit too lit on Saturday, but I did recover same day. All of my friends finally got a chance to meet each other that had not already. Everybody got along. It was a beautiful weekend. I definitely, no one knew it, but I was really overwhelmed with emotions that weekend because I was so happy that so many people showed up for me and gave me love. Like, I didn't do a happy cry, but internally I was happily crying about that. So I did do that, guys. I got me some little glamorous hair in right now. Y'all follow me, your favorite sister. You can see some of the photos from this weekend. But as usual, tune in every other Tuesday now at 8:30 p.m. I love you. Start these villages. Stop making these excuses. Choose positivity at the beginning of your day. Share your thoughts with your friends to see how we can help each other live our best lives, and do the work, because nothing will work unless you do. That is from Maya Angelou. Nothing will work unless you do. Y'all have a good rest of your week, and bye-bye.